Oh yeah, it's time to get your streaming devices ready. Load them up and press play. It's time to Netflix and chill with Tom and Reuben.
Yeah, Kirsten's folks came over and her sister
Yeah.
and her daughters, so my nieces came over and stuff, so that was fun.
Oh, cool.
And I literally got to just sit out in the backyard, tend to my fire, and drink and watch a temperature on pork rise.
That's the best way to do it.
Oh my god,
That is the best thing. Being a homeowner is like, I gotta mow the fucking lawn, I gotta pay the mortgage, I gotta do all these other things. But when you have those days where I can just sit in my backyard and pour beer down my throat for 8 hours, it's like, oh, this is why.
Right.
This is why I'm a homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now.
Right. But yeah, it was fantastic, dude. It was seriously one of the best, man. Like, I just got to hang out and
Nice.
like Kirsten minded the kids for the most part. Like, for the most part, because I had to put the smoker box on yesterday.
Okay.
So I didn't get to season that particular part of the grill, which kind of bummed me out. I didn't have time to do it. But there was nothing stopping me from smoking this fucking piece of meat. So, like, I got the rub already, and I rubbed it, put the rub on it, threw it in the fridge overnight, and it was still a little frozen inside.
Okay.
So I put the rub on it, and I wrapped it in plastic and left it on the counter for like, an hour, 2 hours.
I was gonna say a couple hours.
And it just softened up. It was ready to go. So I put it back in the fridge. And then it, like I said, it sat overnight. Woke up the next morning, brined the chicken, put the chicken in the brine, which is just a saltwater bath. And I put tarragon and oregano in it, I think.
Okay.
And just let it sit in that for,
Nice.
I mean, I think I threw the chicken on maybe at like 1 or 2.
Okay.
And I beer canned it, so, like I said, I took the, and I didn't have one of those fancy stands that they have.
Okay.
Have you seen those?
I've seen them.
They look like a dumb little metal hat.
Yeah, they look.
And I'm like, look, stupid. If you can't stand a chicken up on a can of beer using its own legs as a tripod, you're a moron.
Right.
So, but yeah, so I got that on there, and I got this book. Have you ever seen that guy who kind of looks like on Channel 11? And he's usually on like on a Saturday morning or something. And
I'm unlikely to say yes at this point.
But he looks like Tony Iommi, and all he does is grill. Like, he's the grill dude.
I haven't seen that.
And his TV show is called Grill You. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I'm so stoked about this book.
I haven't seen that. Channel 11 is PBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unlikely that I'm watching PBS on a Saturday morning.
Yeah. All right. So Stephen Reichland is the guy.
Okay.
Like I said, he kind of looks like a redneck Tony Iommi.
Yeah, he kind of has that look.
But like,
how to grill.
Yeah, dude. This is like, I'm holding in my hand like a tome. It's like
an encyclopedia, basically.
Yeah.
It looks like it's probably
500
pages.
500 pages.
500 pages.
But it's like full pictures.
Well, and it's the size of a coffee table book.
Fuck yes, it is.
500-page coffee table book.
Yeah, but it like told me how to, because you know me, I've been smoking and grilling and shit for years now.
Yeah, I know.
But like this that didn't give me some science behind it, because that's like, that other guy on Food Network.
Oh,
Alton Brown.
Alton Brown.
But yeah, it doesn't get that deep into the craziness of grilling.
Okay.
But like gives you some really solid tips, good recipes and shit like that. And Kirsten's folks got it for me for Christmas last year.
That's awesome.
So now that I got a smoker that's an offset smoker, oh my god, dude. Like, I've been fighting smoke and heat in my grills when smoking since I started. Now that I've got this firebox, fucking A, dude.
Really?
That was at a solid 250, I would say, for a good 90% of the time. And, you know, when you're smoking and barbecuing, you keep it between 180 250, or that's the safe zone.
Right.
You know, at 180 it'll take a little too long. With 250, you know, you don't want to go over that.
You don't want to actually cook it.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, and I got that. Put olive oil on the chicken. I am boring though. I'm just like having fun talking about my fucking grilling, dude.
Man, I don't blame you.
Yeah. So yeah, I rub the chicken in olive oil.
Yeah.
You know, I patted it all down.
Yeah.
Put the beer can on it, and I think it was this book here said to poke 2 extra holes in the roof in the can, so you have the mouth and the 2 extra holes. and then put it up in the chicken.
Okay.
And I guess that helps let the steam through.
Oh, yeah, I imagine it probably.
So my trick for beer can chicken at this point.
Your trick?
Yeah, for one, you have to brine any poultry that you're put, even if you're just grilling.
Right.
So over the weekend, if you're going to do chicken on the grill.
Right, you need to brine it.
Yeah, just soak it for like 4 hours.
Right.
You know, put it in the water the night before. You're good.
You can put it in the water that morning or even earlier that afternoon. Even if it's only a couple hours. It's better than... Because otherwise, chicken just... Ugh.
Yeah, it dries out.
It dries out
something fierce.
Yeah.
But yeah, so brine your chicken. You know, use a cup of kosher salts. Pour your water in and then fill it up. Put that shit away. Just do some other shit. But you have to... one thing I found was that the chicken that I bought, the spine was broken on it.
Okay.
So like I could manipulate it to kind of like and set it up a little.
Yeah.
But you have to take the skin that's on the breast and take toothpicks and pull the skin over the head hole.
Okay.
Put your toothpicks in that.
Okay.
So then like steam's not escaping through the top. So you're actually like
you're actually really steam. Okay.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
2 hours later we were having dinner, man. It was great.
I'll probably end up grilling. Oh, not tomorrow because we're going out. But I usually grill on the weekends. But I do all the cooking. I mean, you know that. We talked about that before.
Yeah. You and I both do that. That's our thing.
It's what I enjoy doing it. I like doing it. Last week we had... I had bought a couple of porterhouses at the butcher. When I go to our local butcher, you know, we go for... Usually they're burgers and stuff, a couple steaks here and there, whatever. But they had porterhouse on sale. And I'm
nice.
Like, give me 4 of those. And so I've had those in the freezer. I didn't even want to put them in the freezer, but they were in the freezer for like a week, and I was just waiting for the rain to stop, so I threw those on the grill.
Nice.
So good.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to dry age your steaks at home?
I've not. No.
Dude.
I know it's not that hard. But I just haven't done it.
Yeah, you just unwrap them and put them in the fridge. You tap the moisture off of it and stuff like that, and you just put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then you gotta kind of cut the top layer off.
Right.
But they, I saw a turkey recipe one time where you would dry age the turkey in the fridge for like a week before you even cook the bird. You split the spine.
Yeah.
And like butterfly it.
Butterfly it. Yeah.
Anyway, this is Bob Goulash with Tom and Reuben.
Oh, have we been recording the whole time?
Oh, totally, Ben. This whole shit's going up.
What the hell?
That's why I said I'm boring everybody with this grill talk.
I didn't even catch that.
That's funny.
Welcome to Bob Goulash.
Yeah. So because of
fuck you, Netflix,
dude. It's okay. So we were supposed to do Cool Hand Luke this week,
assholes,
and because Tom and I, the last time we recorded was over a month ago.
Right.
You know, I mean, you were here last week with Charlie was here, but technically you guys didn't show up on my.
I was outside getting drunk.
Yeah.
While Charlie was
that's okay. We were in here getting drunk.
That's fine.
So
that explains why we were all hammered.
Oh yeah, yeah. But totally lost.
We were supposed to do Cool Hand Luke.
Oh yeah. So Tom texted me yesterday, day before. He's like,
whatever it was.
It's like Reuben, they took it down. Fuck.
Yeah. Not that either of us haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, you said, you've seen it, and I saw it. I've never seen it all the way through, but I saw it.
Really?
I've never sat down to watch Cool Hand Luke the whole movie, or even I'm watching Cool Hand Luke. It was always I saw the middle here, I saw the beginning, I've seen the end. It was that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway.
But yeah, so it may eventually come back on Netflix.
It will, because it's been on Netflix before.
Right. It's just the
licensing.
It's
only been there for 4 months too, because I remember it coming on January 1st.
Oh, really?
I remember seeing it.
Yeah, because we talked about it.
Yeah, and then, or maybe 6 months, I guess, because
something like that.
Whatever. I guess it would be 6 months, because it probably bounced off at the end of June.
Yeah.
Which would explain why
it's not there
July, whatever 5th or 6th it is.
And
we can't watch it on Netflix anymore.
Yeah, I found it on Vudu for $6.99, so I just bought it.
I rented it from Amazon. It was $2.99.
Dude, it's such a good fucking movie.
It's such a great movie, man. It is Paul Newman at his. I said this last time. It's Paul Newman at his absolute very best.
Oh, for sure.
He's just remarkably believable. And just you can't. Yeah,
because he was just kind of a dick. He just wanted to do things his way. He did not give a fuck.
Yeah, you get the real impression that he was a disturbed individual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was hurting.
Well,
he was hurting from some kind of life something.
Well, that's what started it all off. He got thrown in jail for cutting the heads off of parking meters.
Right.
Well, he was intending to go to jail. That's what he wanted to do.
And he says when they ask him, what are you in for? The whole thing, cutting heads off parking meters. And the warden says to him, why would you do that? And he makes the comment, I forget exactly how he worded it, but he said, I had a score to settle, or just, he makes it sound like he's getting back at a particular individual.
Right.
Or he's doing, I don't know. It was just...
That, or maybe somebody saved his ass down the line and it was his time to take the fall for somebody. It was
his time to take the fall, or possibly he was trying to get back at himself. It seemed like he wanted to die. He wanted to go out. He didn't care. But yeah,
right.
But anyway, we didn't even watch it. Well, I watched it.
I watched it
as a rental, but yeah.
Yeah, but once that comes back up on Netflix again, we will absolutely be. We'll do our commentary track for it for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shut the notifications on my watch off. So.
Nice. I'm going to pour myself a Knob Creek Rye.
Yeah. If you want more ginger, it's there.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm drinking a highball tonight. I'm feeling fancy.
Actually, the highball you made for me was pretty good.
Yeah, it's ginger beer and whiskey.
Ginger beer and bourbon, right?
Yeah. Oh, I tried it with bourbon. Not so good.
Not so good with bourbon?
No. That's why I pretty much... Because everything I have over here is either bourbon or rye, with the exception of Pendleton. It's just Canadian whiskey.
Right.
So, anyway.
Nice.
So, instead, this week, we're not We're not, yeah.
I was looking at it.
Oh,
I'm looking
Jesus.
in this glass. It's a weird looking glass. And I'm like...
Well, yeah, it's one of those glasses that you freeze. You put it in the freezer. So, I usually use, when it's not frozen, I use that as, the pour line for the liquor.
All right, well, then I'm going to have to take my time with this.
Oh, yeah, dude. You're drinking like a double.
I'm good for the night. I'm not pouring another one.
Might not be a bad idea, son. So, yeah, so this week we're saying, fuck you, Netflix.
We are not Netflix and chill. We are in protest mode.
Right. Fuck this Netflix and chill.
Right.
All right. So no, tonight we are Amazon and chill.
Amazon and chill. Right.
Since this movie is widely available on Amazon.com,
it's actually free on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's free on Prime. But yeah, I bought it a long time ago. I've seen it a couple times, dude. This movie blows my fucking hair back.
I have not seen it. I had never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only have I never seen it, for some reason I've never heard of it.
Really? Wow.
I don't know why.
Especially considering the cast is fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yes.
So
we should tell everybody what it is.
All right, so we are watching 2006's 2006.
A while ago.
This movie is fucking 13 years old. I'm having to do math and gymnastics in my head. But yeah, this movie's 13 years old. It was, I believe, it was like one of Robert Downey Jr.'s first really big, hey, I'm back roles.
Okay, that's possible.
Yeah, because it was before Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, for sure it was before Iron Man. Because Iron Man was, 2008?
Yeah, and in between that was Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
So, yeah, so it was in that time frame.
Okay.
But this movie is... All right, so it's directed by Richard Linklater.
You still haven't said the title.
Oh, haven't I?
No.
No. Okay, well, fuck it. Let's just keep this game going.
Just keep it going. Here's the suspense. So it is Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to give another hint? Winona Ryder's in it.
Winona Ryder, yeah.
Which I didn't have a problem with at all when I saw the cast.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized shortly into it, I'm going to have a problem with this.
Winona Ryder's in it. Woody Harrelson is in it. And I just got done watching for probably the 13th time or 14th time Zombieland.
Okay.
Recently.
Oh,
still fucking holds up. It's still a good movie.
It's a great movie.
And there's a sequel coming out later this year.
Yes.
Yeah, what is it? Zombieland Double Tap.
Okay, yeah.
And then, so he's in it. Robert Downey Jr.
John Wick's in it.
John Wick is in it. Yep. Keanu fucking Reeves himself is in this movie. But yeah, just those four. Holy the shit!
Huge cast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's done by Richard Linklater, and this Richard
based on a book.
It's based on a book by Philip K. Dick, the same guy who did Blade Runner. It was like his big one, and he's in which was called, I believe, Do Electric Sheep Sleep? Or do the electric sheep dream when they sleep? Or some shit like that.
Okay.
That was the short story that was the basis upon that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was like, I heard about it, and then I was like, all right, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And it's a rotoscope film.
Yes.
So basically,
if you don't know what that is, think animation and think Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it did give off a Grand Theft Auto vibe. But the cool thing was they actually filmed it.
I know.
And then they just painted over the film. And crazily enough, to this day, the company denies it. But there have been actresses and actors and stuff that have come forward saying back in the 40s, the original Disney films were rotoscoped.
Oh, okay.
But they don't fess up to that. But yeah, but if you look at how the movement of the bodies are in those movies, it's photorealistic how people move, and it's off-putting because not only that.
Well, because they filmed it and they just painted it. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's such a cool thing.
They said they wanted to go to like a walking graphic novel, is what they wanted to go for.
That's what they got.
Yeah,
they got a comic book.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, they got a comic book.
This movie is fucking brilliant. So we're just gonna talk over it like we did the last time.
But we still haven't told anybody what it is.
A scanner fucking darkly.
So if you have Amazon Prime, you can queue it up.
Yep.
And we'll let you know when we get started with it.
All right. We are waking my dumb Apple TV up. It's like the old one.
Right now I'm looking at a picture of a bear eating a fish.
And that was a metaphor. All right. So we're looking at the Warner Brothers logo. And hitting play.
And you're playing. Okay. So just play now. You'll be close enough that you won't have
We're like 3 seconds
in. You have sound on.
Do I?
Yeah. There's the speaker going for sure.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we do not want to have this on.
No, because that'll get you yanked from everything.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
In a second.
You did not have Philip K. Dick's permission to
I didn't. So I haven't read this book.
I haven't read it either.
After watching this movie, I want to read this book.
Yeah.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so if you're watching this on Amazon Prime, we have subtitles going on.
Oh, yeah.
The subtitles on this, I noticed today, are not always accurate.
Really?
And very often they miss things.
Really?
Yes. So I noticed you're messing with volumes.
Yeah, because you're like blowing my ears out.
I know, but I did this last time, and I remember thinking, God, it's just ridiculous. I'm popping, I'm crazy in my ears.
Mm-hmm.
But when you released it, it didn't sound that good. So anyway.
All right, so we're opening up to literally a cartoon of a dude scratching like green bugs out of his hair, clearly on a so it's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. So here's your
Robert Downy Jr.
Your opening credits.
Yeah, the opening sequence.
The opening sequence. Thank you. Why couldn't I think of that?
I don't know.
Because of the bourbon.
Yep. Woody Harrelson, and Woody Harrelson's my favorite character in this whole fucking movie.
I was a big fan of. I don't know. I'm always a big. This is hard. Anything Winona Ryder does.
Oh God, is it going to be you like movie. Sucking her dick for the next 2
hours?
No.
Well, thankfully this is a cartoon animation. It's not going to do it for me. No, I just think she's so good at what she does. I think she's such a great actress, and everything I've seen her in, and even I know in the new.
Dude, she's great in the new season of Stranger Things.
I hear she's fantastic.
Have you seen any of them?
I have not watched any of them.
Dude,
no. Gayla watched them all already.
Dude,
I haven't seen any of them. Yeah, I hear they're really, really
just
good.
Whatever the fuck you are watching for the next, dude, it'll take you like.
I'm not watching anything now. I'm done.
Okay.
I finished Cool Hand Luke today, and I'm done. I don't have any. Oh no, that's not true. I'm watching Eastbound and Down.
Oh, Eastbound and Down is so
I'm through the first
good.
season of Eastbound and Down. It's so good. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
So homeboy's tripping out. He's sprayed like what can only be described as maybe bug spray all over himself.
Yeah.
And now he's looking at his dog, and his dog's looking at him like, what?
Yeah,
he's tripping balls through this whole movie.
He's tripping on some
Substance D.
Substance D. Thank you. Yeah.
But apparently, like a lot of this was based on Philip K. Vaughn's own experiences.
Yeah, Philip K. Dick. Yeah,
or Philip K. Dick. Why do I keep saying Philip K. Brian K. Vaughan is a comic book artist.
Okay.
I don't know how I linked the two of them.
It's the K.
Maybe so. Totally different people.
Yeah, it's apparently like you said, a lot of it was based on his own experiences and his own addiction and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember if it was like addiction I read or his own drug use or whatever.
Right.
I got a very strong Hunter S. Thompson
I got that out of Robert Downey Jr.'s
character.
I wonder if it might have been based on that. I wonder if they knew each other.
It's possible.
I mean, I'm not that smart in the 6 degrees of separation of the literature world.
Yeah.
That would be a question for Eli.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah. Yeah, so he's picking bugs off himself and putting them in the jar. This was the thing. This was the thing that was so weird. Like, he calls Robert Downey Jr. and you don't realize it. And I don't know any of these characters' names, so they're all going to just be Robert Downey Jr., Keanu Reeves,
and
Ryder,
the guy that looks like he wants to eat his own face.
Guy. Yeah, Brown Bear Lodge.
Now this is a cool scene here because like it looks like they're in the middle of a presentation. It's like, it looks like one of those boring ass men's clubs, like a fucking
like a moose lodge.
Yeah. Basically, exactly, but with no beer.
I had a whole like sheriff talking to the rest of the police force vibe with this.
Yeah, just totally square.
Yeah.
And like they're just there to hear the facts because they need to hear these stories. That's where my tax dollars go, and I need to know all this shit.
Right.
And it's sponsored by a corporation, like their drug policy and enforcement.
Well, this is supposed to be, what did it, because at the opening credit it said 7 years from now.
Right, which in the book it was 2013.
It was supposed to be 2013, but it's really cool. I like the way that they did that. I'm backing up for that, because I like the way that they did that.
Sure.
7 years from now, because you could literally watch this whenever you want.
And say, wow, 7 years from now, that's
7 years in the future. This is a fucking mess.
And so you see this person shrouded.
Scramble suit.
Like in a like in the features, it looks like the same guy that does Archer.
Yes.
The art is very similar.
The art is very similar to Archer. And like I said, it gave me a very Grand Theft Auto feel because it's very similar to that style of art. Too. It's like...
It's trippy, and then you look inside, and there's our boy, John Wick himself.
Yes.
And he's talking in his, like, whoa voice. But, like, the suit modulates his voice, so he cannot be caught by any software.
Yeah, you find out that...
They're unscannable, and they can't...
Right.
No software.
Well, and he explains it when he was talking about it just here.
Yeah, he's so fucking deep undercover.
Yeah, even, like, other cops don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is kind of like...
Well, it reminds me of the movie Rush. Do you remember the movie Rush?
Yeah, that was so good.
Oh, it's such a sad
Donnie
movie.
Darko's the same way. Or, not Donnie Darko. I think I'm mixing two movies.
Rush is the movie with Jennifer Jason Leigh, and she's
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco, yeah. But Jennifer Jason Leigh and her boyfriend, whom I can't remember, was the co-star.
It was.
He was a big it guy at the time, though.
Yes.
Is that Andy Garcia or something?
No, isn't he dead? Whoever it is, I think he's dead.
Really? Well, I don't know. I don't have the power of the internet at my fingertips.
I have to look it up.
I got it right here, dude.
You got it?
So all right.
What was the movie? It's Rush.
Rush
is the name of the movie. He's a big name, but I saw that movie. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, but it's like that. They get that deep
undercover
to where they're actually like junkies and shit like that.
Well, Donnie Brasco, that was the same kind of thing. Although Donnie Brasco was actually a true story.
Right.
The guy who like lost contact with his family for months or something. They couldn't reach him. And all kind of stuff. If you read that, it's a real story. It's just insane what that guy went through, man.
Jesus Christ.
You're still looking, huh?
Dude, my fucking internet is going slow as shit.
Oh, I could have found it by now. Probably not.
I should have just looked up Jennifer. Yeah, Rush, 1991. Here
Rush,
we go.
1991. Yeah, so we're at the point here where Keanu Reeves in the scramble suit is addressing these guys in suits.
Jason Patrick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Sam Elliott was in that. Greg Allman was in that.
Sam Elliott's in everything that doesn't count.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that same
deep undercover
deep, super undercover shit.
Yeah, and that's what Keanu Reeves is in this. He's so deep undercover, like I said, even other cops don't. But there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this movie where I got to admit, I started to get lost in terms of like what he actually was doing.
I think that's the whole point.
Well, you find that out later. At the very end of this, if you haven't seen this already, at the very end of this is when you find out why that kind of all makes sense and why it's like, oh, I get it. I get why I didn't really understand anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, and this is where he starts stumbling over himself because he just he's so fucked up anymore. He just doesn't even believe what he's doing anymore.
Right.
Because he's given this seminar about how to like, they go in deep and they infiltrate and they get this massive drug, this substance D.
Basically, it's the drug war in the future where they're going after, like you said, substance D. These guys who make and sell substance D, and the only way they can do it is to be so far undercover that they become like users and and it's just which
and they
is
don't
similar
even
to the drug war now, but it's just with
but the craziest part about it is like their superior officers don't even know who they are.
Yeah, that was what was kind of like,
and that
or do they?
I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe 4 levels up.
Maybe somebody does, and you find out later. It's kind of like the whole like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
This movie's so trippy. I have to admit, I was not in it. I couldn't be straight and watch this movie. I started watching it. I got like a half hour in, and I realized, you know what? I can't be sober and watch this. I have to pause, and I have to go fix that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so artfully done though. It's like it's beautiful to look at.
It's really cool to look at. I'm not, and we've talked about this before. I'm not a huge comic book guy.
Right.
Oh, and I forgot your Batman. Dang it.
Which Batman do you have?
I have the one where the Joker is the good guy.
I lent that to you.
Yeah, it's me.
Fuck yes. Okay, cool. All right.
You didn't lose it. I got it. Yeah.
No, did you read it?
I have read most of it.
Keep it till you read it.
I was going to finish it.
Just finish it.
Yeah, okay.
I already bought another copy. I got a hardcover now.
It's so good.
Dude, I know it is.
It's so good. What I was going to say is I'm not a huge comic book guy. Like, I don't like reading comics sometimes for me is kind of like, I don't get into it. But I love the artwork of comics. And this is the same thing. I love these. So he's pulled over by this cop here.
Is this the guy that at the beginning that was tripping?
Pulling the bugs out of his hair. He's bringing the bugs to see Robert Downey Jr. and he
realizes that and there are no bugs in the jar.
Right. There were no bugs in the jar. And
he was just coming down and he
just blew his head off.
Oh, spoilers! Sorry, that part didn't happen yet. That's when he dreamt that he was getting pulled over and got his head blown off by the cops. Yeah. Yeah. I would just gave a big spoiler away. Anyway,
what was your spoiler?
When he looks down into the jar and there's nothing in the jar.
Oh, right.
Sorry, guys.
I thought he looked over at the jar, but when he got pulled over, I forgot about that.
That is when he got pulled over right now.
Okay.
The other one was his dream sequence.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
And I like how they totally draw in the dream bubbles. And then you can see what's going on in their dream bubbles.
Yeah.
And this is cool too. So when they get into their police office,
so weird.
They have to go into a room where there's a green triangle. I guess that's okay, you can go in this room.
There's a green light or a red light above the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they strip down, they change, they do what they got to do. And then they go out a different door, and then the lights switch again.
Yeah. Yeah, this is... This whole thing with the scramble suit thing with this weird suit is just, it was so, the whole thing is trippy to watch.
Yeah.
The whole movie is trippy to watch. It just has that acid trip feeling to it, that you're not really watching things that are real, but it's kind of half real-ish.
Right.
Now he's pulling out a burner phone
that he just got out of his pocket and ripped it out of a brown paper bag.
Right, and he's calling
the girl of the hour,
Winona Ryder, to buy substance D, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah. The animation, even there, parts of it are still left to the point where it's real. And I wonder, I don't know the actual technology of how this is done. I know basically they paint over film.
Yes.
Is what they do. But there's a lot of scenes here where I wonder, did they intentionally not paint over parts? Because there's parts of this that you look at in some of these scenes where it's very clear that that part of his head is real still, or that part of it is real, and
that's just good directing, dude.
Maybe that's what it is. It's
great artistship.
Yeah,
because
here,
yeah,
when he was walking up there, the part of that beard there looked very, very real.
Yeah,
it did not look painted over.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know who also used rotoscope? Have you ever seen the original Lord of the Rings cartoon movies?
No.
Some of that was rotoscoped.
Really?
Yeah, from the 70s, they put out 2 animated movies. They did Lord of the Rings and Return of the King. Okay. And it kind of took the 3 books and split them into 2 movies, which they probably should have always ever done.
I don't know, man.
Dude, those 3 movies are dope.
They're really good.
I know, but man,
it's a long time.
Dude, I've got the unabridged editions, dude, on video. I've got 75 hours of it.
A ton of hours.
And I did the same for The Hobbit. Wasn't as great of a movie, but it was still better than it should have been.
Yeah.
But then again, it should have been a movie instead of 2.
Yeah, I do think by the time they got to the last one, was it Return of the King?
No, I'm talking Hobbit.
No, right. No, I mean, with
yeah,
the
they
three,
ended.
the
Yeah,
three
Return
Lord
of the King.
Rings.
Yeah, they followed the books.
I do think the third, but the time they got to that third movie, it was like, okay, we know, get it, we know where we're going. We're gonna make it like.
Nope, first animated boobs.
Oh yeah,
where he was
that
daydreaming
was daydreaming about the
waitress there.
Yeah,
but yeah, and then like it's like, is he a cop too? I've always wondered that because he's just so much. He pretends that he's so much smarter than everybody else.
Right, and let me just say, he's the perfect actor to do this.
Oh yeah,
this is exactly who should this casting was perfect. It was
spot on.
Yeah,
but it's interesting because like he's done this, and then like, Tony Stark, and they're totally different characters.
Yeah, I know a guy though. You said earlier he pretends to be some. I know a guy. I know a guy who this is exactly who he is. Every subject that comes up every time. Well, actually, let me explain how that works. It's like, oh, seriously? Shut up.
Dude, just tell me to stop, man.
I'm already bored.
Just tell me to stop, dude. Like, goddamn, I just asked about, like, what? Did you have a nice weekend? I didn't ask you to describe the entire grill sequence. But yeah, dude, and then like, dude, that cat is fucking great in this movie.
Yeah, I don't even know who this actor is, but he's really good.
And he doesn't talk much.
No.
But like his facial expressions are fantastic. They just tell the whole story.
Yeah, he's not the main character of this at all, right?
He's kind of like but he's kind of the thread that kind of weaves it all together.
He holds it all together, right? Yeah.
He's like Scrat in the Ice Age movies. And he kind of looks like Adam Duritz from Counting Crows.
Oh yeah, he does have that look a little bit to him. If his hair was more dreadlocky, yeah, because doesn't he have dreads?
Yeah,
I think he's got dreads.
Dude, white dudes should not have dreads.
No, well, he's not. Is he white?
I'm sure. I think he is.
I don't think he's. I think he's mixed or somewhere. There's
Druids. He might be Jewish.
It could be. That would be. Yeah, I don't know because he doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
I agree with you on the white guys with dreads thing,
dude.
Totally.
It's just like I'm not.
Regardless of whether he's a white guy or not, I'm totally
right. Hey man, if you feel like it's your shit, it's your shit. I don't care. But like,
that's fine.
It just looks dumb. I'm sorry.
I'm not a fan.
Dude,
I'm not a fan of white guys with dreads. I'm not a fan of man buns.
Dude, we're gonna see a lot of that next week.
Oh yeah, we are. A lot of both.
On Saturday,
You're
actually.
See a lot of both, actually.
Oh god damn.
You're gonna see man buns and you're gonna see dreads.
Dreads,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I haven't been to see Fish since the man bun era.
I want to see Fish. Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait. That's gonna be so fun.
Dude, I'm so excited. Man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's been 5 years, I think, since I've seen Fish.
Okay.
Right. Oh, this is when they do that cool, like, fast forwarding.
So this is the fast forward thing.
Now I realize it, like, right now, that this is somebody watching their day.
Yes.
From the Central Intelligence place that they are. They're actually because Keanu Reeves is not here. So he's watching what they're doing. He's fast forwarding right now through their day. That only makes sense later once you realize what Keanu Reeves actually does for a living. Right, but I was like, right now is old. Yes. When I realized that, I just realized what was going on. Okay. And at first I thought, is this like a broke down ass version of the house from Breaking Bad?
It sure looks. It looks like it. It has that same look to it. Mm-hmm. But and even with this being animated, it's still. I still get the feeling of really this is just a shithole. Man. Yeah, this is the type of people you would expect to see in a shithole. Right. Now, this I did not get. Like, what is he getting? What does he make? So I don't think he's making anything.
He's just talking shit. He's trying to get cocaine.
Shit. Yeah, he claims that there's cocaine in whatever aerosol spray he bought. And it separates from whatever the oils are that hold it together. If you spray it into the bag, so and you freeze it. So he sprays it into the bag and he freezes it. And he says in about a half hour it'll be separated and you can peel the cocaine. And the whole idea was you can't buy an 8-ball for $3 because he's only got $3. Right. What's his name? Counting Crows. Yes. Counting Crows only he wants to get into Donna or he wants to get into Winona Ryder's pants, who I think her name is Donna. He wants to get in Winona Ryder's pants, but he only has $3, and he says, "Well, what does she like? She likes cocaine."
But the reason he wants to get, the reason he wants to get into her pants is because he wants he needs drugs, and she can get him the drugs.
Okay, right. He wants her because she sells substance D.
Right.
This whole sequence, we were talking over that, and it's unfortunate because that whole sequence
Robert Downey Jr. was
weird.
and he was just chewing that man alive.
Yes.
Like, anytime those two are together, it's just like they're, like, Robert Downey Jr. is just, like, spinning yards and, like, playing mental gymnastics with this guy who's just purely fucked. Like, there's no return. He could get sober, and there's no return for this guy. He is fucked.
Yeah. And so now Keanu Reeves is being interviewed by a guy in a suit, another guy in a suit, Hank.
Or something. It's his primary advisor person.
So weird. This is where I didn't know who was who, and I had no idea what.
The boss, has the eagle, or does the boss have? No, that's Frank. He's behind the desk.
Hank is behind the desk, and then this is Keanu Reeves. Right, and yeah.
Freck
is Charles Freck is Counting Crows.
Yeah.
Right, and he's Arctor.
Yeah. Which is a dumb fucking name. Like, I've never heard of it. But then again,
I kept on thinking Archer, and I was thinking...
Right. But then again, when did he write this? You know, and he was...
I don't know when this book is from.
Right, but he was, writing... Well, Arctor sounds like a good name for 2013. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah. Well, and given the whole sequence of this movie, I wonder if he wasn't tripping balls the whole time he wrote this.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, who's this informant?
I mean, in which case, what kind of names are you going to come up with?
Right. No, people aren't named John.
Yeah, this whole movie is, and I'll tell you, I had a Hunter S. Thompson vibe to this whole thing. Every time Robert Downey Jr. showed up, first of all.
And then when you see these people, that's what you feel like when you're on acid. When looking at these.
Yes.
Oh my God.
This felt like Leaving Las Vegas.
I never saw Leaving Las Vegas.
Okay, but have you never saw it or read the book?
Neither.
Okay, you should watch it. It's not bad. What's his Johnny Depp, right?
No. Nicolas fucking Cage.
Oh, not Leaving Las Vegas. What's the Hunter S. Thompson book?
Oh, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah. I've read the book. I've seen the movie.
I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking of. Not Leaving Las Vegas. Leaving Las Vegas was that goofy Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, where he's an alcoholic and she's ridiculous. A whore, and they got together because she couldn't criticize his drinking if he couldn't criticize.
Talk about what a great actor one of them was, or both.
Dude, he won an Oscar for that.
I know, that's ridiculous. You should never win an Oscar for playing a drunk. Sharon Stone in Casino, she played a drunk. She played a loser.
Yeah,
it's not hard. I do that most of my life. Nobody gave me an Oscar.
This is our first
Woody Harrelson.
Look at Woody Harrelson in this raggedy hairpiece.
Whatever this is that he was wearing on his head.
And then again, like Robert Downey Jr. This sequence is fucking hilarious.
Yes,
because they don't know how to count. They're so fucked up. So yeah, it's like yeah. Oh. No, this is an 18 speed. Well, I'm looking at it. There's only 8 gears.
9 gears. There's 6 in the back and there's 3 in the front. That's only a 9 speed, and they all believe him. Woody Harrelson is just every one of these. It's almost as if these characters were written with these guys in mind. Woody Harrelson, Robert Downey Jr., and even to a large extent Keanu Reeves. It's almost as if they were all written with those 3 in mind.
Yeah.
Like, this is totally Woody Harrelson. I get a feeling that this is him in real life.
Yeah.
Dude, there's only 9 gears. I'm counting.
Right. I imagine him to be like this and Tallahassee from Zombieland.
Zombieland, yeah.
Dude, Bill Murray's coming back for Zombieland 2.
Oh, really?
And I don't know how.
How's that going to happen?
He's dead. Maybe he comes back as a zombie.
He comes back as a zombie. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, because I don't think they double tapped him. They just shot him and got out of there.
Yeah.
No double tap.
That'll be so cool.
Right.
Bill Murray's. Well, that's probably where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be so awesome.
They should have included that in the sale price. These people are high as fuck.
Oh, they're completely wasted. Yeah. This is, and I think I agree. I think you'd agree with me when I say I've been this high. You probably
totally.
Like, I understand.
This is like
conversation.
This is like college high.
Yeah, I get this conversation.
But the sad thing is, this is like our college high talking.
Yes.
These people are like clearly pushing 40.
They're in their 30s somewhere. Yeah. This is,
and they're still living like they're 17.
Yeah. This is such. He grabs the bike and falls over on top of her. Yeah, this is such a weird. It's so. This is so. It's just so. And I keep saying it. I'm saying it again. It's so trippy to watch. So I love how they do with all the wood paneling.
Yeah.
And the
it's just gradiated.
The cool air return in the side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
This so you get the feeling of this is basically a step above a trailer.
Yeah.
That the thing that they're living in, and all of them are living in Keanu Reeves' house.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but this is a step above a trailer.
Yeah, this is like the shit that you find in those rundown neighborhoods in California.
Yeah. Now this I didn't get. So he's coming to see these two doctors because he has to get some kind of evaluation.
Physical. They need to make sure that he's not too high.
Right. But he sees them without his mask on or anything.
Right.
So they know who he is.
Yeah.
But apparently they don't tell anybody else because nobody else knows who
well,
he is.
they're also doctors. It's like privilege, unless they hit a certain level that they were, Okay. But the chick on the right, like, she's been in something before.
I looked her up and
Nothing?
I've never heard
really?
of her. Never heard of anything she's ever been in.
Because she was good in this role.
She was very good in this role. And, well, that's the other thing that is hard to remember is you're actually watching actors.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is painted over film, they actually filmed the whole thing. And I heard that they filmed the whole thing in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, and it took them 18 months to animate. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But yes, I agree with you. I thought she was good, and I totally, she looks completely very, very familiar.
Yeah.
But I looked her up, and I have no idea who she is.
Maybe it's because we've had chicks that went to high school with us that looked like that.
I don't know. I'm sure there's another actress that looks. It's hard to tell too because she is animated. She's painted over, so it's like, are you looking at really the way she looks, or kind of the way she looks? And
true, but John Wick has looked like John Wick since like 2007.
He's basically still Ted. Was he Ted or was he Bill? He was Ted.
Yeah.
He still looks like Ted.
He does look like Ted, but like he's had that same like, I kind of grow a beard here, but not really here. But I've got a goatee, so I'm making it work.
I'm making it. It's yeah.
Did you see that? Was it a Mindy Kaling?
I do that now, and I feel like I need to shave it. I look like such an idiot. Anyway, did I see what Mindy Kaling?
No. He was in that movie recently, that Netflix film. It was like a rom-com. Oh, fuck. What was it?
I didn't see that.
Oh, dude, it was really good.
The one I saw recently on Netflix is the Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston one.
Okay.
Whatever the heck that is.
Right.
That
was okay.
Yeah.
Right. It kind of reminded me of... oh, shit. I don't know.
I honestly, though, all those rom-coms are so generic. Right now, I don't even remember the plot of that movie. I know that they were friends and they got together and then they broke up and then they got back together.
Right.
Spoiler, it's a rom-com.
Right.
They get together at the end.
God damn it. What was the name of the movie?
I don't know.
Oh, what's that guy's name from...
So he's taking some weird Rorschach test. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep looking.
Keep looking. I'm filling... He's taking some weird, like, Rorschach. Is that what's called Rorschach?
A Rorschach test, yeah, but they're like...
Not a Rorschach test. That's a completely different thing.
Yeah, but those are open answers. These are yes or no fucking questions.
That's why I say it's some, like, future version of the Rorschach test where it's like they actually show you, like, pictures of those. At least it's not those, like, stupid dot pictures where you had to pick the picture out of the dots.
Right.
Remember that a couple years back? Those were, like, everybody was, like, looking cross-eyed because they were trying to figure out, is it a dog? I can't see it. It's in dot. It's all purple dots.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
I don't.
All right, here we go. I'm almost there, and by the time I get there, it's not going to matter.
Even though they know who he is.
Yeah, they call him Fred.
It's not his name.
No.
His name is something else.
Well, we don't know what his name is.
No, we do. It's Arthur. It's something Arthur.
That's the name he's using as a deep undercover.
No, the name he's using as deep undercover, I thought, is Fred.
That's who he uses when he talks to his...
Oh, that's right, because he's so deep undercover. Right. Okay,
Fred is his name within the service.
Yeah. He's living with these guys undercover as something else. And
always
Fred.
Be my maybe. He was awesome in that.
That's the newest one. That's just recent.
Yeah, that's the one that's got Ali Wong, the comedian.
Okay.
Randall Park, who is in Fresh Off the Boat.
Okay.
And he's been in a bunch of shit. You see him and we're like, oh, that guy.
Okay.
They're in it, and then Keanu Reeves is in it.
Oh, okay.
And he's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to watch it. Allison loved it. She saw it and she said, "Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it."
It was it's a rom-com, but it's funny.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's on the raunchier end, because it's, you can't have... Yeah, no, I'm not complaining, dude. I'm just saying.
Right.
They got away with stuff.
To that point, what do you call it? Zach and Miri Make a Porno is a rom-com.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's a rom-com. It's just raunch.
Well, it was kind of...
it's a little bit raunchier humor.
Kevin Smith said it was almost like, he had influenced the director of This Is Us. Not This Is Us. This Is 40. And the other Seth Rogen movie.
You're going to look that up too.
Judd Nelson. So, Judd Nelson had said how much that he had... Oh, this is when he starts...
This is the scene, where Robert Downey Jr.
starts ratting him out.
Starts ratting out his friends because he's clearly paranoid at this point.
Absolutely.
And he starts ratting out his friends, and he's trying to rat out Keanu Reeves as like the leader of this like
gang,
big drug gang or whatever, and it's really just four stoners in a house.
Well, I think what it is, it's the power struggle. That you've got three guys that want to bang.
They all want to bang Winona Ryder,
right? And she ain't giving out to nobody.
No,
I think they already talked about that
later.
Yeah.
They already talked about that, and there's a reason why she isn't giving it out to anybody, and
Well, then you find out that he just up and leaves his family.
This is one of those movies that I will say I thoroughly enjoyed watching because it's a fun movie to actually visually watch. But
it's a good story too.
Well,
it goes like 19 directions.
But it's one of those movies that I might have given up on, or thought about giving up on until the end. It's the end makes this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The end makes.
Oh, totally.
And this wouldn't be a movie even worth watching if not for the animation.
Right.
In my opinion, until you get to the end.
Yeah.
It's the end that makes it, and the animation makes it gorgeous to watch. But it definitely, the story is so disjointed and fucked up.
Right.
But
it's interesting. Now you're seeing like. All right, I'm looking it up here.
You're looking something up. I don't even remember what.
Yeah, so this came out in 2006.
Right.
And when Keanu Reeves is in the flaky suit, when he looks out, you see the blue of his face when he talks.
Okay.
Okay. 2 years later, they use that same effect to get you Tony Stark's face inside the Iron Man costume.
Iron Man. Oh, that's right.
And this predates that by 2 years.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this type of scene,
where
you get the feeling that he's
looking out.
He's in a bubble, basically, rather than in a suit, which is exactly what, like you said, it's exactly the effect that they use for Iron Man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I caught that when I was watching it earlier. I was like, oh shit, that's just like Iron Man.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, who did it first? But Linklater's a great director, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and he clearly had a very good story to go with too, because the whole this is weird too when you see long. When there's any sort of long scene with these goofy scramble suits and you start trying to put faces together as these faces kind of like shift and move,
right?
And you try to actually put people together to see these things, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this is great. He's making a
silencer out of toilet paper rolls.
Yeah. Toilet paper roll and electrical tape.
And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, no, dude, that's how we used to mask weed smell in college in the dormitories. Like, he's just rocking back and forth. He's Foxville. He's just gone.
Yes, he's gone. Counting Crows is out.
Yeah.
He's Dunsville. Yeah.
Okay. And here he is talking all that shit again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson's just like, chill out in a tree. He's like, whatever, I'm in a tree. And he's just pointing guns at people.
Yeah.
And this, like I said, I think this was right after, like, one of the first movies Downy Jr. got any kind of acclaim for after all of his bullshit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't even know this existed. I don't know how I didn't know this movie was there.
Well, it's one of those kind of art house movies.
Yeah.
It kind of almost follows like a Big Lebowski kind of theme.
With this cast, though, how do I go my whole life and not know this exists?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then again, it really Really, literally. I mean, it was just a tiny art house movie, and I can't imagine. Well, they made it for $8 million, and they didn't even make that back at the box office.
I would imagine not. Yeah, because I can't imagine this was like major release or anything. Because I probably would have heard of it. Mm-hmm.
But this was the second movie he had done like this.
This is another thing where
now it's a flashback to.
So he's got a flashback to what I can only assume now is his actual family that he no longer sees because he's so deep undercover that as this goofy stoner living with these guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is. In watching this back now, this is so kind of weird because I get this feeling a lot when we do stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like knowing the end from the beginning. I now have a much greater appreciation for this scene.
But yeah, like, dude, how many times have I done this?
He had a wedding ring on.
Yeah. He walked through the thing, and
right. I mean, there's kids and there's a woman living in the house, but I think it's interesting that they made a point of really
showing the wedding ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I've busted my head like that and just been like, fuck
underside of the cabinet?
Everything right now.
I know.
And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to be like, whatever. This is all my stuff.
Yeah.
You thought about it. Nothing new could ever be expected.
Well, this is where I forget how this flashback started, but he's basically realizing how much he hated his life.
Yeah.
How much he hated just being a suburbanite, with a power mower kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess this is better, living in a
shotgun shack. And you may find yourself
living in a
shotgun shack next to these three crazy motherfuckers.
Right. These brain dead. Even the signs would look like they were hand drawn.
Hand drawn, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. The road signs. I didn't notice that the first time through.
This whole scene's fucked up.
This is weird, man. This is all like
high talk you have when you're in like college, man.
Yes, this whole movie,
early 20s.
Every time there's every time there's any kind of conversation, it literally is that whole like I'm high, like it's that high talk. It's that I'm so high, everything makes sense. And, yeah.
I know everything. I can see through time.
Yeah.
I know the answers of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like this kind of looks like one of those shitty video games from the 80s, like how they get through the traffic and stuff. But you get a little bit of anxiety from it, and then you realize, oh shit.
This is, dude, if this doesn't look like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, totally.
It's like, yeah.
Especially on like the newer systems.
Yeah. This is, and
quit taking no, cars don't work that way.
I don't think you can do that.
No.
The whole thing is like one weird, like I said, disjointed story, or one weird disjointed scene after another. None of these make sense
until you get to the end.
Just to know that like
this is the dumb shit that they do every day.
Are just diving deeper and deeper and deeper into like complete Gonzville.
Yeah, and you know it's interesting because when did what was the other one? Yeah, that one, Reuben.
What other one?
Requiem.
Oh, Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, let me see.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah. R-E.
That was after this. That had to be after this.
No, 2000.
2000?
Yeah.
Is that this old?
Yeah, dude.
I'm that old?
Yes, dude.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. The movie's 19 years old, man.
It doesn't feel that old. No. But this has that same kind of vibe to it,
well, because they're all junkies.
It's just junkies going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
Like, this was the next generation's Trainspotting.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. From actors from all of our generation.
From, like, yeah. Robert Downey Jr., he was in, he's Less Than Zero, too. Right?
Yeah.
He was the loser. He was the guy who completely, like, fucked his whole life up in Less Than Zero, right?
Yeah, and the guy that he was with in that movie...
You're going to look that up too, right?
Yep.
That wasn't Andrew McCarthy.
No. Andrew McCarthy, yes, he was in there. He was in it. So was he, and so was, I'm going to see his name, I'm going to be pissed, James Spader.
Oh, okay.
James Spader...
Who's basically Andrew McCarthy.
Well, not anymore, dude.
No, actually, James Spader's, he's big time now, right? He's in Blacklist.
Blacklist, yeah.
He's...
But James Spader was also the voice of Ultron, who faced off against Tony Stark, which was Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was the voice of Ultron?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, in Age of Ultron, James Spader was the voice of Ultron.
Okay. I don't remember that, but
oh yeah. Next time you watch it, listen, you're like, oh shit, that is James Spader.
I'll definitely watch it again too, because Age of Ultron was Vision's. Vision was in it, and that's one of my favorites.
Dude, Disney Service comes out soon, and they're doing a Vision and Scarlet Witch show.
Oh, really?
$6.99 a month for the entire catalog.
Really?
Or whatever they're putting up, yeah. $6.99 a month. And then...
wait, who is this?
Disney.
This Disney?
Yeah.
They own everything.
They do. Man. All the Simpsons are going to be available day one. And then...
when do I get to see Sunny again? Sunny's not Disney.
No, that's FX. Yes, that's Fox. Is
that Disney too?
That's Disney too.
So maybe I'll get to see Sunny?
Yeah. What, is it not on Netflix anymore?
No, they pulled it off of Netflix last year sometime.
Well, that's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now they're
getting towed
by this fucking Bubba trucker, and they're completely blitzed.
Fucking gone. And Robert Downey Jr. is telling them the story of how he left the door unlocked and left a note on the door in case the guys who were after them came to the house. And at this point, I didn't even realize there's guys after them. Like, is this a...
No, he left the doors open. He left the doors open for the police.
In case somebody wanted to come steal their... No, he says in case somebody wanted to come... They wanted to find out... Because he put cameras up to figure out who wanted to break in to steal their stuff.
See, I took that as he was talking bullshit.
He did it... Right.
Because he talked to the cops... And he was trying to keep them out of the house so the cops could install that shit, or even just to say that they were there.
Right.
You know, or try to cover up why they would be there.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I knew he was bullshitting at this point because I realized he was trying to rat out his friends and whatever. But I didn't put it together that, like, he left it open so that they could come in and install all the cameras. Which now makes perfect sense.
Right, but they're not going to because they looked at him and they're like, this guy's fucking nuts.
No, they did install the cameras.
Did they? Oh, well,
that's how Keanu Reeves is watching the video. This is why the whole thing is fucking twisted.
Oh,
we're going to spoil shit. This is why the whole thing is fucking twisted because it's actually Robert Downey Jr. trying to turn in Keanu Reeves makes it available for the cops to come in and install cameras in the house so that Keanu Reeves can watch his friends.
Gotcha.
It's fucked up.
Right.
All because, of course, we find out at the end that, we won't spoil that completely because maybe you're really watching along with us for the first time. Although at this point, if you are, pause it.
Watch the movie.
Go get really, really high because it's going to get really, really weird. It's going to get weirder.
Yeah, dude, this movie is twisted in 7 different ways.
Dude, it's so strange, man.
Yeah. But it's funny because I guess one of the tests that they'd give Robert Downey Jr. is kind of the same test that they give in Blade Runner to be the Turing test, where they do it to make sure that the person's like the artificial intelligence hasn't crossed the line.
Hasn't crossed the yeah.
And a lot of the questions they were asking him are similar type questions.
Okay. So they get
like if you saw a turtle on its back, what would you do?
Yeah.
You flip the fucking turtle over.
Flip it over. Yeah.
And all these fucking cats, dude. And this is the best. This whole fucking scene's crazy.
Oh, this is...
So they've talked themselves... Well, you saw it. They talked themselves into
saw it.
Everybody saw it if they're watching along. But I like how Woody Harrelson just grabs a bow. Does he grab an arrow?
There's no arrows. He just grabbed the bow.
There's no arrow in that bow whatsoever.
Yeah, they've talked themselves into the fact that they're into the belief that the house...
has been bugged.
And there are people in the house who want... to get them for some reason. And I love it. Was it the scene before this where Keanu Reeves or Woody Harrelson said anybody who's anybody in this in the current day that we live in has to own a gun or whatever?
Yeah.
And they come in and there's just a gun in the hallway and
the joint is still warm.
And it's still warm. Yeah.
He is perfect in this role, dude.
He's excellent. Yeah. And Keanu Reeves, who is the cop, but it looks confused and
because he's high as fuck.
Because he's completely
Like that dude, like in Rush, dude, they got addicted to heroin in their bust.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a tragic movie, man.
That was very, that was...
But that was also very, like...
That was depressing. It was
very depressing. Dude, that movie is like, oh my God. One of those movies that you see it once. Just to see it.
You watch it once. It's like Requiem, right?
Oh, dude, I can't watch that movie more than once.
It's hard. That was hard to watch the first time.
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch it again.
But then again, I've talked about it a lot. All of his movies are like that. Yeah. Darren Aronofsky's movies, like, I'll watch it once. The only one that I watched more than once was The Fountain. I really dug The Fountain.
I don't think I've seen The Fountain.
Hugh Jackman was in it. And, like, it takes place over 3 eras, like, during the, like, I want to say it's during the the Inquisition, or in that time frame.
Okay.
And then in the middle it goes to like our time frame, and then there's like this weird future where it's just him sitting in this bubble, like floating off into space, and he's basically like found his way back to the Tree of Life.
Oh, okay.
The Garden of Eden, and he's eating from the Tree of Life.
Huh.
And he's just like perpetuating, and he's...
The Fountain?
The Fountain. It's a good movie, man.
All right, I'll have to find it.
And then, but yeah, it tells a love story over 3 time periods.
Okay.
And yeah, it's fucking good, dude.
Huh. I'll have to check it out. I don't think I've seen that. I'm sure I haven't seen it because it doesn't sound familiar.
You know, the more I think about it, I wonder how many of these people, like, what if all 4 of them are all DEA agents or under deep agents? Well, and they're just pulling each other's dongs because they don't know each other. They're all pulling the same con on the same people.
Yeah, it's possible. I really get the feeling that Robert Downey Jr. is not. That he was like, because he even asked for like an application when he was there.
That deep,
out his friends,
right?
And he wants an application. Like maybe he is.
But if you're playing the role, because they're not supposed to know who you are.
Yeah.
Like you could just be anybody. Like, yeah, I'm Bob. Yeah, what's up, Bob? Yeah. I think his name is Bob too.
I think it is Bob. One of them is Bob, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think it's Keanu Reeves. It's Bob Arctor.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves' fashion style in this movie hadn't jumped past. Look, and he pulls the bow back. He has the fucking arrow in the bow.
Arrow, but he pulls it back like he's gonna shoot her with something. Yeah.
But this is, dude, the art is just amazing.
It's
even
fantastic.
I'm looking at that stuff going on in the background, and even though it's simple, it's like totally.
Yeah. Is it bad that I'm super attracted to even Winona Ryder's cartoon?
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah. Yeah, now they're like, she's always like, oh, I just do a lot of coke. Well,
she does that later when like he wants to hug her.
Well, yeah, like, and she did
it here too. Yeah,
she walked out when she first walked out. She was all like rubbing her nose and shit like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, but then well, right, we're gonna find that out later. I guess.
And these two are constantly like fake fighting. I wonder if they were dating.
They're like 12-year-olds, man. Yeah. This is when you. I guess not 12-year-olds. This is when you're 15, 16 years old, if you started that early or whatever. And you're sitting around, drinking or smoking in some guy's living room while his parents aren't home.
Yeah.
This is hanging out at the kid's house whose parents work late.
Dude, this...
Come on, man.
Right? Like, there was a time when I was in high school where, like, this kid's parents were out of town for the weekend, so he threw a big party. And we ended up moshing in his living room. And this dude, Dan Cooper, what up, Dan? Like, he shoulder checked me. And I flipped backwards. And, like, he knocked me the fuck out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he's watching what's going on in his house. And they're like, oh, you're going to find this boring. And he's like, no, I'm not.
Well, then this is another scene where, like, I had to really think about this and wrap my brain. The more I think about it, now I realize, as much as, like I said, I needed to watch this movie in a non-sober state, now I'm realizing there's things that make a lot of sense that didn't make a lot of sense when I watched it, and it's probably because I wasn't straight. I wasn't sober. Because this whole thing of like, oh, well, you're going to want to make sure that you're in, like, does he know who he is?
No, nobody knows who he is.
Okay, then how does he know that this guy even lives in that house?
Exactly.
Because he says you're going to want to make sure you're in some of the shots.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Nobody gets suspicious.
No. That's what I mean, though.
What the fuck?
He could be anyone. He could be a female under there.
Right.
So basically, he's like, yeah, don't always like move shit around the house in your ghosty suit because we're going to see that.
Right.
Yeah, so like, don't wear the ghosty suit every now and again so that we know who we won't know who you are.
So he knows.
Yeah.
He knows that Keanu Reeves is at least one of the guys who lives in this house.
You would think?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what it sure sounds like.
Well, yeah, that's... No. He, like, all right, Fred, bossy dude.
Yes.
Doesn't know Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves in that suit.
No, but he knows that whoever's in that suit is one of the 5 people that live in this house.
Right.
It's so... This is where I'm saying it's so weird because, like, I didn't think anybody knew who he was. Like, I thought nobody knew even remotely who he was.
Right, because they don't bring on, like, hi, this is Tom, like, name tag on their, like, Jumbly suits.
Although a couple times when you're watching the Jumbly suit, he does have a name tag.
Yeah.
There's a few times. And I tried to stop it to read the name that was on the name tag, and I couldn't stop it.
Well, they said that they like, the way that the animation on this had to have been insane. But the way that they described it, it was like they could be one of 8 million people at any given moment.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that he's basically telling this guy, make sure you're on camera without your suit sometimes. Mm-hmm. So that would imply he knows he's one of those 5 guys.
Right.
He's either Robert Downey Jr. or Keanu Reeves or Woody Harrelson or...
Right. Or Counting Crows.
or Winona Ryder.
Right.
Right? Which I thought he wasn't supposed to know that.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know what's going on.
Yeah. This movie's fucked up, dude.
And he's got a watch straight out of the 80s.
Yeah.
One of those calculator watches right out of the 80s.
Dude, you could still buy those at swap meets, man.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Go down to Charlie Montana's down in Bolingbrook. I'm sure you can find one in about an hour.
I've gone to the one in St. Charles a few times, which is...
I want to go to the one over in Rosemont at the Horizon parking lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
Dude, I love those things, man. My wife doesn't like going to that shit.
No?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, man. My wife loves, like, that stuff, like the swap meets and the antique shows.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
Stuff. She loves going to that stuff. I don't mind going. I'll go and I'll hang out. But,
like, no.
Yeah, now, so, I don't even remember why are Woody Harrelson and Robert Downey Jr. fighting or squaring off?
Because that's all they do.
Because that's what they do. Because there's something just, yeah.
Like, they're brothers. I wonder if they're brothers.
I don't know. Even the mannerisms.
I don't know.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Yeah. And then here is Counting Crows completely still just...
Oh, he's gone.
Fried. Brain fried. The fact that he drove that car there would concern me.
Right. No, he didn't drive any cars there.
No, he drove the car that's parked in the street there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I thought he was just a passenger with everybody.
No, I'm pretty sure he drove it there.
And then he goes after him with a fucking hammer and a rock. Look how quick he picked up that rock.
He picked up that rock.
You know that was a stunt rock. Did you see that, like, Robert Downey Jr. had his lines posted everywhere?
On Post-it notes?
Yeah.
He said he posted it all over, yeah.
You're like, whatever, they're going to record.
They're going to paint over it anyway. Yeah, it
would be interesting to see, like, the non-rotoscoped version of this movie.
Yeah, I'd be.
They're just like standing around talking in like a blue screen. They're like, I just figure something out for the background, keep it that way.
Well, yeah, and I wondered that too, like, because a lot of times a lot of the cost of movies, I know, I mean, other than obviously actors, is like the backdrops and the wardrobe and things like that.
But if you look at this, like this could have been filmed in some shithole neighborhood.
This could have been filmed. That could have been filmed in somebody's living room.
That could have been in DeKalb.
Yeah, well, it looked like DeKalb actually. Yeah.
But even like the wardrobe could have been anything off of a Goodwill.
That shirt he's wearing, I've actually seen before. Which is I know it's painted, but I've actually seen that.
Yeah, I think I wore that in third grade. Yeah. For my class picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like
location. So Woody Harrelson's rolling a joint.
Now he's turning into a bug.
Right, which are the same bugs that Counting Crows saw at the beginning.
In his hair, yeah.
In his hair, yeah. Yeah, which you now realize that Keanu Reeves is... That was great. Robert Downy Jr. is a giant bug. Yeah. Yeah, so he's rolling a joint, which clearly is not substance D.
No.
Yeah.
But they were taking them like a lot.
Well, they're red
this
capsules.
This one's fucked up too, right here.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's watching himself sit on the couch with these guys when he saw his friends turn into bugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird, man. Mm-hmm. It's so weird. It's like an acid trip on screen.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
Just so out there. Yeah. Yeah. I like the decorations on the walls too. The tennis rackets
and the shield.
And the shield.
And the dartboard with just the picture with the darts in it.
Like, what the hell? Oh, I didn't even notice the darts the first time I watched it. There's darts actually in the picture, yeah. What the hell is going on, man?
This is when they're all talking about narcs.
Yeah, yeah. Which goes back to your theory of, are they all narcs?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we know Keanu Reeves is, and it's just a matter of the other two, and Winona Ryder. Well, and not Counting Crows. I don't think Counting Crows was.
No. Counting Crows was a victim of circumstance.
He was just unfortunate. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. Yeah. I'm spaced. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Poses as an arc.
Yeah, which...
Now, again, what point in time are we now? Was that like then, or is that now?
I think he's watching a recent video of the... He's got to be, right? Because, I don't know. The whole thing is just messed up. The whole thing is just trippy and weird. And
yeah, it's like he's doing a real-world star, like in the real world.
Right.
Where they would, do the breakaways.
Yeah.
Do their... do this? No.
Well, okay, so this... I didn't even catch this. He's fast-forwarding through this, and it's the same... squirrely fast forward that we saw earlier, and that's so I didn't even put that together until just now. That first scene, and Woody Harrelson's choking, and this is what I don't get. Like Robert
now
Downey
he's
Jr.
in the fucking police station.
He's in the police station dropping pills.
Yeah. I guess they're all like, well, we know you got to do it to keep steady, but...
Keanu Reeves is in the police station dropping pills through the scrambled suit.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Which, seems weird. Woody Harrelson is dying in his kitchen.
After choking on a Dorito.
And Robert Downey Jr. is intentionally not saving him. Yeah, and this you have to assume is live.
Mm-hmm.
Because he tries to call, and Robert Downey Jr., and he wakes up when Robert Downey Jr. is talking to somebody else. Oh, because he calls the police.
Yeah.
He actually calls the police and is all slow about giving him the address.
Dude, it's like that episode of Beavis and Butthead where Butthead's choking on a Dorito.
It's so messed up.
And Beavis is like, lick his rectum.
Lick his rectum.
No, have you done the Heimlich maneuver?
This is
no way, that's
so
gross.
Messed up. None of this makes sense.
But it does if you knew people that were dirty, addicts like this,
I get
though.
it. I mean, I get it. I knew these people, and yes. But it's...
We all had that one friend in college in our early 20s that was just like Robert Downey Jr. in this movie. You wouldn't trust him as far as you could fucking throw him across a lake.
I had a few of them. Yeah. I think I still have some IOUs from some.
And what is he wearing?
Yeah.
He's wearing tights.
Leggings. He looks like he's got a pair of tights on.
Or leggings.
Yeah, but they're only 3/4. They come to the knee, and he's got socks with what look like Crocs or slippers,
big slippers,
house slippers,
and a photographer's vest.
I don't know, man. This is so messed. But he
just walks right by him he's dying on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. And Keanu Reeves was trying to call the house to save them, to tell Robert Downey Jr. to save Woody Harrelson, but he couldn't call because. It's just messed up, man. And I still don't know. I've seen this whole movie now, and I've seen to the end. I still don't know who Robert Downey Jr. is.
Yeah.
I still have no idea, is he, why does he want Woody Harrelson to die? And, why is he such a dick? And why,
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's like he thinks he's going to get some inheritance or something.
I don't know.
Less resources being used at the house.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill you, but I'm not going to let you live.
Yeah. Well, that's because Woody Harrelson asked him, "Why didn't you save me?" He's like, "Well, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm not going to let you live." Like, okay, so basically...
Don't kill yourself on your TV dinner.
Basically, like, yeah, right? Like, I'm not going to intentionally stab you or anything, but if you were to drop dead in front of me, I wouldn't try and help.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, nice, thanks, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, this is about the point when I was watching it where I was so confused and so just weirded out by the whole thing that I really thought, like, oh crap, I have to finish watching this. And it's an enjoyable watch, even though, like, I don't really know what's going on at this point. I still don't know who's who. I don't know, and I think, like you said, that's half the point. That's the entire point. Is you're not supposed to know who's who. You're not, and he's just so Counting Crows is describing he's narrating his own suicide, basically, and he's going to die by taking a bunch of pills
and drinking a bunch of wine
with a bottle of wine. And he's going to die holding a copy of Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead.
And then he realized that his wine wasn't bougie enough, so he gets up and goes to the liquor store and gets a bougie-ass bottle of wine.
Oh my gosh, he gets a bottle of Merlot that costs him $70.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He just ends up getting drunk instead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, so now he drops all these pills and he's pouring down the wine. I still don't really understand. I mean, I get he said something like, "Oh, so that this way they know he was against society or whatever."
Right.
He was against, he was opposed to the government or whatever. Like, I don't get the whole Ayn Rand the Fountainhead thing. I just don't like that to me. And then here's the alien dude with all the eyes. Yeah, because you're in hell. I'm gonna read you your sins forever.
It's going to take 100,000 hours.
Oh my god. Dude.
This list will never end.
Isn't this the one where he says something like, "2 in 6th grade, you masturbated, and this is when you discovered masturbation," or something he says?
Half hours long.
Infected fingernail clippers. Yeah. Yeah, this is... I think this is the one where he says, like, "Oh, this is when you discovered masturbation."
Right.
What?
6th grade.
Yeah. The year you discovered masturbation. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is just... Well, the whole idea of this dude with all the eyes all over his head, like, what the fuck is this that I'm watching?
You know who that is?
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
I know, this is great.
Well, I think it was filmed in Texas.
He's perfect to play this character, too.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think...
this is kind of who he is.
I think Linklater's from Austin.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Because his first movie, Slacker, was like a student film or something that he did.
Was it?
Yeah, and it just took place in Austin.
Okay.
Or Dallas.
Is he from UT? Did he go to UT?
I don't know.
Probably, if everything takes place in Austin. Yeah, so Alex Jones is getting arrested.
By some, like... But then again, I'm like, are they really police, or is this just part of his, like, his shtick?
I don't know. Although
I feel like I'm in the Matrix in this movie.
I know. The speech he was giving was very, like, anti-government, that whole thing, and yeah. And so then Winona Ryder, I keep calling her Winona. She's not a Judd. Winona Ryder picks up Keanu Reeves in this car, in this... this Z3 or whatever it is? It looks like a Z3 kind of thing.
I thought it was a Miata.
Was it a Miata?
I don't know. I don't know cars, dude.
It doesn't matter.
It could be a Datsun for all I know.
It's a Ford F-150.
No, it was small. I do know that much.
That's not what it is. Well, first of all, she's not taking a selfie with sunglasses on, so it's definitely not an F-150.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is just...
And then you have this whole relationship going, but it's not like they're keeping each other at arm's length. Or he's always wanting more, and she's just
she's
no.
keeping.
I just do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah,
I just do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, Yeah, she's keeping him at arm's length, and you find out later why, which is just weird from the beginning. Like, this is, yeah. I end up feeling so bad for Keanu Reeves at the end of this. It's like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
What a shitty fucking life. Man, oh, man.
Yeah, but it was the life he chose, though.
Go back to your wife and kids.
Again, though, it's the life that he chose.
He chose it, but did he really choose this? Right? And this goes to the whole, like, there's the whole Donnie Brasco, the whole Rush thing. Yeah, you chose this life as an undercover, to go deep undercover, but did you really choose this?
But even at that end, like, I don't know, it feels like there's just almost a sense of a tiny little recklessness to go that deep undercover. And how you could get swept up away in it pretty quickly. Yeah,
I suppose.
Because you never hear about undercover agents break up a blah, 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 I just don't, I don't know. I don't listen to the news anymore.
Yeah, I'm avoiding the news altogether. I don't even want to know what's going on.
Right.
I don't even care.
I'm blissfully ignorant at this point. I mean, there are things that I know about and just...
I can't even watch, like, in the morning, if I work from home, in the morning when Gayla gets up, she'll watch NBC. She watches that morning news and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, God, I can't even be in this room. Because I want nothing to do with this. I was just thinking about it before I came here. Because I stopped at home and I dropped my stuff off real quick, and like she was watching the news again, and it was like all this, like, oh, this person got mugged, and there's this mugger, and this person is shot, and this person this and this and that, and this guy got arrested, and I'm just like, jeez, this is horrible. Like, why do we watch this shit? Yeah.
And this is again her, like, keeping her.
He asked to hug her or something,
just to put her arms around her.
His arm around her or something. Yeah. And she, like, flips out and says, I just do a lot of coke.
I've never done coke, so I don't know if that's a thing.
I've never done coke either, and so I don't... Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. I do know the people that have done coke really, really like coke. For whatever that's worth. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Does she do a lot of coke, or is that just her excuse?
Right.
To not get close to him.
But yeah, so you're thinking about that, like... They said, like... Is she doing drugs?
Well, like, listen, we're gonna have to spoil this eventually. Yeah. We find out later that she knows him as more than
undercover as well.
She knows him, like, all of him. So is this just her because she really does have feelings for him, and she's like falling for him, and she is trying to make an excuse because she knows if she falls for him, she can't let him do what ultimately he's gonna end up doing.
Right.
Because she comes running after him here. She could have easily just let him go.
Right.
But she comes running after him because, he's walking out pissed. And it's like, I don't know. You don't know this at the time, but you realize later, like, wow, maybe she really does have feelings for him.
Right.
I don't know. But again, the whole thing is a cartoon, and you still feel like you're looking at something that's happening in some guy's head.
Right.
On his acid trip, right? I don't know. Yeah. It's like, what I want someday, Bob? I want to move out and live on a farm. Me too.
Right? Don't we all?
Then
you realize that, like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. No, that's... Yeah, I'd have to hire somebody to do it. See, even there. So he reaches out and he says, can I come with you? Or I want to come with you, or whatever. And what is she? She says, oh, I hope so.
Right. Then he brings home who's this chick?
I don't know. But she looked familiar too, but she's not. I looked her up as well. But yeah, but even when she says that, I hope so. It's like, oh, so she does have feelings for him. And that's part of the whole story, is she does have feelings for him. She really, really loves him, but she knows that she can't, again, spoiler, she can't do anything about it.
Right.
Because she'll ruin his ultimate mission.
Right.
And so, yeah, now he's here with what I thought was a hooker at first.
He paid her in drugs.
Yeah, but it's apparently not. It's probably somebody he picked up at a bar, I'm guessing, and just told her that he has drugs. Yeah. Do you have a toothbrush? He smells his breath. Why do I smell like ass?
That's like... Yeah. She falls asleep.
No, she doesn't.
No, I know.
No, this is a weird scene. This was weird. Like what do you call it? Fuck America.
Oh, Team America.
Team America. This was like Team America weird because you end up watching the whole like sex scene and fast forward while he's watching himself have sex with this girl. What the fuck? Yeah.
In that fist fight movie, Charlie Day walks in on one of the students at the school that they work with, jerking off in the bathroom a couple times.
Oh, jeez.
And the first time Christina Hendricks is in it, and she's like, "You're a pervert," because she's thinking that like he's watching him masturbate intentionally.
Yeah. Yeah, Christina Hendricks. She is so. I have this. Tell me if I'm. She's absolutely
gorgeous.
Stunning.
Yeah,
she looks like a painting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she is just amazing.
Absolutely.
I was talking with somebody, I forget who it was, and because she was on Mad Men, and we were talking about Mad Men or whatever, and I made the point. This is where, so the blonde looked like Winona Ryder, and he thought Winona Ryder was dying or wouldn't wake up, and so freaked out. But I had this conversation, and we were talking about Mad Men, and I just said, Christina Hendricks to me, she's just absolutely. He's like, really, you think so? I'm like, oh my god, and he was like, totally like didn't get it and was like, I don't think so. I don't think she's that cute. I'm like, dude, what planet are you on? I wanted to make sure you like. I wasn't
no,
just
she's
crazy.
Gorgeous. No, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where he watches back right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. It's so. God. Who is this that he's talking to?
I don't know. More pills? It's like this is
more
the
pills
NSA.
in the police station. More pills in the police station while he's doing undercover stuff, watching himself spy on his friends. So weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is because the doctors are calling. They're saying they need to have another appointment with him, right?
Oh yeah,
you're right. Where he goes back, and they're different doctors, maybe.
Yeah, they're right there on the top.
Right. You don't know if they're. This is where he's watching himself have sex.
And it's actually it's actual video footage. It's not. They rotoscoped it when it was closer, but when it was far out, they
it was
it
actual.
It didn't look as.
Yeah, it didn't look as painted. It looked more real. Yeah. Yeah, and this is where he sees. So her changing to look like Winona Ryder actually happens on camera too.
Mm-hmm.
I love how her boob.
Right.
It's like an ocean. the wave of the ocean.
He's looking at her like a pervert.
Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking as I'm watching this, somebody else who's working around him is going to notice him like staring at like
a 3D image
of a naked girl, and like be like, dude, what are you doing, man?
He's gonna print out a picture of it.
Yeah. And this is where it swaps from yeah, he's swapping between the two women with a push of a button.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird, man.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. But this is where at the end it all makes sense because you realize, oh, they're fucking with him.
Right.
Right? They're trying to fucking wreck him. And now he's taking this other test. Which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Type of feel to it.
Yeah, totally different doctors this time around.
Yeah. Or are they?
Good point.
Because they because at the end of this they look the same, and it's yeah, the whole thing, man. It's like, I'm telling you, this is a movie I wish I would have discovered when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
When I was
crazy.
Yeah, when I was doing more things that altered my state of consciousness. This is definitely one of those. Like I said, I wasn't even halfway into it before I realized I can't be sober and watch this.
Right.
There's absolutely no way. Yeah. Now they're different doctors, and then they're going to be the same doctors, and then they're going to be different. And Yeah. Because this is, where she says, oh, yep. What?
Whoa.
No, it's right.
I didn't really pay attention to that.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched that. I must have rewound it. I had to rewind that a few times because I was like, the first time I saw it, I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm.
Were they the same the whole time? Because you don't even notice when you're watching this. You don't even notice that those doctors are different doctors. But,
or is he just fried out too?
Well, that's the whole thing. Is you don't. I think that's the whole point of it. Is you're not supposed to realize. You're not supposed to know whether or not it's just that he's completely fried, or if they're really. Well, you know that they're fucking with him, right? And so, but how much of what happens to him, how much of what he's seeing, is them fucking with him,
right?
Versus him just being so fried that he's seeing weird shit. Yeah. It's a weird movie, man. It's just a weird movie.
But I see it as a pretty interesting commentary too of like the police think that they have to get to such a certain level when it only becomes a snake eating itself.
Yeah, I can see that. It definitely has a very it's a very anti-Overwatch, anti 1984-ish, whatever, type of feel to it, where you get this whole
technophobia.
Yeah. There's this whole they live in this world where everything that they do, everything is watched at all times,
right?
And it just makes you. Yeah, I guess it kind of makes you question and makes you kind of wonder, like, where the hell are we going with all this technology that we have? Where, like, I can see who's at my front door and shit, and I can adjust shit from like hundreds of miles away, and
yeah. I had a dude the other day. He's like, "Well, I'm not in town. but I can open my door for you." Like,
dude,
like,
well, and the thing is, the thing I always tell people, like, because given what I do, right, as a software developer, people always ask me, like, well, do you have do you do the internet thing in your house or whatever? I'm like,
I never noticed the bong that was on the.
Yeah. Well, people ask me, like, well, do you do the internet thing with your house? And I'm like, no. Oh, really? I'm like, yeah, no. And it's to that point where you said the guy was like, well, I'm not home, but I can open my door.
Right.
You realize if you can, other people can. Like. Do you understand that, right? Like, even though I know you have a user ID and a password and you think you log in and everything is safe, if you can do it through the internet, so can someone else. Like, and it just, and that's what I try and tell people. Like, dude, I don't have the internet shit in my house. I can't even adjust my heat and air conditioning from my phone.
Right.
Like, I have to go and adjust a physical thermostat.
Yeah, we had one of those.
Yeah, fucking A, man, because I don't want, like...
When we first moved into the house, I changed the thermostat to the one that was up there because the old one was the old Mercury kind.
Okay.
Which I'm surprised they didn't catch that at the...
and the inspection, yeah.
So they were like, all right, I ended up switching it out. And come the summer, we couldn't get the fucking air conditioner to kick on.
Oh, really?
It just wouldn't kick on.
Ooh.
Like, what the fuck? Luckily, we had a home warranty.
Okay.
But still, like, it ended up being like the AC unit was fine. It was that I forgot to plug in a wire to the thermostat. We didn't have a summer like sweating our asses off.
Oh man, we had that for about 2 years. Like the last year when our air conditioning went out, when our condenser went out, it was like fuck, man. It was just like you couldn't. The air conditioning would run for hours and hours and hours and it wouldn't get cold, man. And then I went downstairs and I saw the big sheet of ice on the side of the furnace. I'm like, I gotta call somebody. Damn it.
So this is where they bring up the idea that everybody has dual personalities.
Yeah. Right.
Like basically the left hemisphere and your right hemisphere.
Right. And he talks about how the two sides aren't talking to each other. And the doctor says, well, we can give you a right hemispherectomy. Yeah. What?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe organic damage. What? But it's mostly from taking all the drugs. Like the substance D.
Yeah, because he asks, like, if I stop taking substance D, he's asking these doctors, if I stop taking it, will this heal?
Oh, yeah.
Unlikely, dude.
You're Fucksville.
When you kill them brain cells, they're dead.
Yeah.
They stay dead. Yeah. Yeah, this is... Yeah. It's just weird, man. It's just... I start losing... I'm so lost at this point watching this the first time through.
Mm-hmm.
So completely lost that I have no idea what the hell's going on. I don't know who's who anymore. I don't know who's a cop. I don't know who's not a cop. I have no fucking clue.
Look at that. Look at that pocket digital recorder.
The digital recorder, which is supposed to be in the future. You would think that it would be... Yeah.
Well, it was 2006. That was the future. What they had.
That was the future. Yeah. He just
rocks those berets, dude.
Dude, he's perfect for this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, he's trying to convince them that Keanu Reeves is a terrorist. Yeah, dude.
This is fucking hilarious. Like, he just chews the scenery in every time he's on the screen.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're taking him seriously? Are they not taking him seriously?
Yeah, you don't really know, like... This goes back to your point earlier. That was interesting. That book had Post-it notes in it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you said earlier about his lines being on Post-it notes everywhere. I'm wondering, like, are those a couple of the lines?
Right.
Are those a couple of his lines? Yeah.
That's why he gets all, like, quiet and clammy during the scene.
Yeah. I just, you were saying something, I forget what it was.
Yeah, so
shit. Oh, yeah, no, so are they taking him seriously? That's what, yeah, at this, I still, like
this scene, like, are they scaring him away? Like, intentionally scaring him away? Because they're like, well, if you want to drop the dime, you got to be in our custody.
Yeah, and he's clearly, like, terrified of what's going on. But then again...
Well, he's also terrified if he goes into their custody, he has to go into sobriety.
He has to go into sobriety, and then that's right. Yeah, the whole, like, looking back from the end of this, I look at that scene and I think, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, was Robert Downey Jr. a cop too? Was he a narc?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then were they playing him in front of Keanu Reeves? Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no real resolution to any of those questions. Mm-mm. It's not like you watch this to the end and everything gets explained.
No,
you watch this to the end and you get a little bit, but you really don't get, like, okay, well, so then Woody Harrelson and the other guy, what? I guess, though, they do say at one point, I think they do say at the end that they were really watching Robert Downey Jr.'s character. Mm-hmm. So maybe he's not. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's just it's like one, like I said earlier, it's like one disjointed scene from the next, and like
these
none of them tie together.
Well, the interesting thing is the way that they shot these is very typical to show like some type of conflict between the manager and the subordinate. Yeah. Anytime you see they don't show them both in the same screen.
Right.
When they're cutting back and forth like this, it's to kind of enhance the dynamic of tension in that scene.
Right.
You know, because, like, on Friends, they're in the scenes mostly together. Like, there's
Friends,
at least...
the sitcom
Yeah. There's always 2 to 3 of them in every scene. Right? And on the screen at any given moment. I haven't
watched enough of it.
Well, I'm just talking, like, any sitcom, really.
Yeah.
You know, but in here, like,
when you see one face versus another face, it's... Yeah. Oh no, this is definitely just highlighting the conflict between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think highlighting some of the confusion in Keanu Reeves. Like, he really doesn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really get... He knows what he's supposed to be doing, but I think he's getting fried to the point where he doesn't really understand it. He doesn't really understand why he's here. He doesn't really... And he's starting to question whether or not he's actually even, like... Is he maybe somebody that they're watching for real?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, it's... dude.
Yeah.
I really want to read the book.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it says, I have 2 kids.
Right.
Little ones. Which he does have 2 kids based on his flashback.
Mm-hmm.
But does he really have 2 kids? Because Hank says, no, you don't. We looked into that.
Yeah. Well, remember, he just picked up and left his life behind him.
Or did he?
Mm.
Or did he imagine that whole thing in his head?
Right.
What was the movie with Tim Robbins? Jacob's Ladder.
That movie was fun.
Dude, so good. So good. Oh my God.
Like his PTSD and everything.
He imagines an entire life.
That's the DMT trip, dude.
But he's dying on the cot in Vietnam.
Right.
And he just imagines an entire life.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. Like when you die, you like your brain expands.
Right.
Like there's floods with DMT, and that takes you to fucking Mars. That's why, like, you get the light
flashing
before
see the light and whatever.
Yeah, that's all that.
But dude, how cool was that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, dude.
So good. Yeah, but that's like maybe this kind
terrifying,
of thing.
Dude. That movie was terrifying.
Yes. Well, I watched it when I was. When did that come out? That came out in the 90s?
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
It was might have been. I don't want to say it was the 80s. I want to say it was 90s somewhere. Yeah, but they really did a good job with those shadows and shit that were chasing him around but that was death chasing him because he was on the table.
1990.
1990. Okay.
With Tim Robbins.
Yeah, but it was death chasing him because he was trying to escape through this DMT trip or whatever the hell it was. You just, man.
Well, and I just remember seeing him like go to some like crazy dance club.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, like this, like creature's tail gets rammed up into this chick and kills her. It was like, what the fuck is this movie? It was
so crazy, but that's because there was so much of like the two world. Oh, it's so good, so much, dude.
There's a lot to pick apart.
I love that movie, man. I love that movie. One of my favorite movies. Yeah. So this is him with Hank still, right?
Yeah.
It's, dude. But that's what I was gonna say. Was him with that flashback of him with his family with the kids? Was that just him imagining a life that he really wanted? Did he really have that?
Oh, instead of having it be the other way around.
Right, because now here he is with Hank saying, "Oh no, I have 2 kids, little ones," and Hank says, "No, you don't. We looked into it, or whatever it is. We researched that, or whatever." Okay, so is Hank fucking with him to say like, look, yeah, you did have 2 kids, you did, but like you left them, and we're gonna fuck with you now, or is it just him? Is at that point Hank really being honest, and it's just Keanu Reeves wishing that he had that life? I don't know.
That's a good point.
I think that's the point of this whole thing. Is there's so much of it that is like sideways and backwards,
right?
And this is where we find out who Hank is, which fucking
blew your mind.
Blew the shit, dude. Yeah.
This is craziness.
Yeah, this is where you realize, oh shit, he's fucked. Yeah, because you find out that
5,
Hank is
4,
actually
3, 2. Oh shit!
Oh,
she does a lot of coke.
Yeah, she does a lot of coke. Yeah.
But does she know? Like, that's the thing. Does she know Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves?
She does. Absolutely, she does.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, she does. And even as a cartoon, she's gorgeous. Yeah, no, absolutely, she does. Because at the end, that's what they say. Well, and she did the thing. She did the call where she said, "Oh, she's here to pick you up." Donna or whatever, her other personality, is here to pick you up. Hank, and so she knows who he is, and then at the end you find out that this is all it's all just a grift to try and get. Well, I guess not a grift, but they're all just trying because he volunteered to try and infiltrate and just what fuck. Dude, it hurts my brain because there's so many twists and turns in this. It's a great story. This is why I said I'd love to read the book. I got to read the book because it's such a great story, and I think the book will probably be more consumable, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
You can put it down and chew on it for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, she takes him to rehab. That's right.
Right, and he's throwing up. Yeah, but this was the goal. This was the whole goal. The whole premise was to get to this point, which seems weird. Like you didn't have to get him to this point to do it.
Right.
I don't think.
What, to throw him into rehab?
Yeah, you could have just like
look,
done the Donnie Brasco thing and just stuck him into whatever. Yeah. I guess not Donnie Brasco. It would have been. There was another one. What was the movie? It wasn't Rush, but wasn't there a movie where a cop cop like infiltrated like went into rehab to pretend he was an addict or something.
The Departed?
Maybe it was The Departed. Is that The Departed?
Might have been.
Is that this? It could be. I don't remember. I don't remember the actual storyline, but I know there was some movie I saw where some cop like went undercover in a rehab unit to try and infiltrate something or whatever. But yeah, and there's
it's that Counting Crows.
Counting Crows shaved his head and went into rehab.
He looks crazy as shit,
dude. What the fuck? This whole thing is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
And is this? Yeah,
he's got hallway duty.
Yeah, he's mopping floors. How many people are in on this?
I don't, dude.
It's clearly more than just Winona Ryder.
Oh, for sure.
And was Counting Crows in? Now I wonder, is Counting Crows in on this whole thing? Because he's in at the end. He's in there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is he part of this whole freaking thing? Did they just happen to be both in rehab at the same time?
Possibly. Their circles intertwined.
I guess. I don't know, man. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So the whole premise here is we get to the point where, and this is what's coming, Keanu Reeves got played, or he either got played or went so deep into cover that they needed to get him in here because this is where they grow the blue flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, to make the drugs.
To make the whatever
substance D. And yeah, apparently the blue flower was technically the actual chemical that they're talking about comes from an actual flower.
Comes from a flower.
Yeah, or at least the flower is a blue flower like they described here.
Right.
Oh yeah, this is when they're all in those little prison pods.
In little solitary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the whole point of this whole movie was Keanu Reeves getting to this point where he had to be put into rehab in this new life rehab because they suspect that it's new life that grows the shit that makes substance D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's in a tiny little cell with a bed and a sink.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Seriously, it's literally a prison cell outside. Yes. This is Cool Hand Luke.
This is Cool Hand Luke. Yeah, here you go. Right, so we can kind of do both movies. Yeah.
What's all that hole doing in my dirt?
Oh, God. I thought I told you to get that dirt out of my hole. I don't know.
That was one of the greatest fucking scenes ever.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Or when he after that scene though, when they're on the side of the road and he's sucking up to everybody and then just gets in the truck and drives off. Just like, oh my God, this is great.
Sorry, we're talking about Cool Hand Luke again.
Yeah. So we switched gears, yeah. But we're still watching this animated thing. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have a hard time what to rate this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Only.
Now is she like?
She's a cop. She's a narc.
Right, I understand that. But who's she talking to now? Like, he's a cop too, yeah?
She's talking to some other narc who she works for or with, basically. That's what I get out of this.
But they can see each other.
Well, they can see each other because they... Maybe the whole not seeing each other was all done just for Keanu Reeves' benefit.
Or maybe these are the real police who are trying to break down this fake rehab facility?
This fake rehab facility. Because it's never been about this drug gang.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been about getting into the rehab facility so that they can find out where the blue flowers are grown. Yeah. And she's full-blown cop mode. That's why she's in a ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the sure sign of a lady cop, is the ponytail.
Or the can I see your manager, Karen?
Can I see your manager?
Yeah, but this is when I talk about sacrificing Keanu Reeves for this.
Right. Basically, they're saying that they knew they were going to sacrifice him for this. And this is where, I kind of felt like, oh, she really does have feelings for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she really fell in love with him during this whole thing. She was undercover with him.
Right.
And the plan was to get him even deeper and get him completely wasted so that he could get into rehab so that he could maybe figure out if this is where blue flowers are grown.
Yeah, or die.
Or die, right.
So he was expendable.
Apparently, yes, but now she doesn't think so. Yeah.
And they're at a fucking Culver's.
They are at a Culver's. Oh my gosh. Yeah, with the tiles on the wall. Yeah, they are at a Culver's.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I always love how like they go to fast food restaurants to have these like heavy conversations about.
It's always in a booth, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got earrings in now.
Yeah. Oh no, earrings in the ponytail, dude. Come on, she's full blown narc. She's full blown lady narc.
Ooh.
Nice.
Now they're spread.
They're
doing their agricultural work.
He's weeding or spraying weed killer or bug killer on. It's probably Monsanto shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And this is where he finds the flowers.
It's funny because every time I hear blue flowers, I think of, yep, well, there they are.
The blue meth?
No, I would think of, there's a rapper and his name is Kool Keith. But he put out an album under the name Dr. Octagon.
Okay.
And
I'm trying to find the blue flower connection.
He has a song on there called Blue Flowers.
Ah, okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just wondering where this was going.
Who knows?
I am wondering, though, so I was just thinking about it now with the blue, when I made the joke, blue meth, blue flower, which one came first? It was, blue flower came first. This came before Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad wasn't until 2009 or 2010.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I wonder if the blue flower and the blue meth was kind of a... Could it possibly
Breaking Bad was 2008, so this was 2 years after.
Was it kind of an homage to the blue flower?
Who knows?
I don't know. I know Gilligan, he put a lot of thought into Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't just... Shit just wasn't thrown together in that series. That was... Every last detail was very, very tightly put together.
Mm-hmm. Now he has his evidence.
Or does maybe. He? Well, he certainly has the evidence, but... The question is, does he know what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he so far gone that he has no clue?
Yeah, he forgot.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like flowers.
Dude, it's so messed up, man. This is so weird. Yeah, and then here's this giant cornfield.
Dude, it's a total,
it's
comic book panel.
What?
It's a comic book panel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. It's also a pot farm anywhere in the South.
Oh, yeah. Shit. This is it.
This is a story about people who were punished entirely too much for what they did. I love them all. Here's a list. And then he lists all these people. I don't know who these people are. Any of them. And I don't know what he's talking about.
These are all the people that died while they were gone massively undercover. And how they died.
Is that what it is?
I think so, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Right? Really? Mm-hmm. These are undercover people?
Oh, you would think so. Like all of this shit. This is all drug related.
Okay, so then he's basically doing a tribute to undercover cops, or is he doing a tribute to people who are, I don't know. These were my comrades who the enemy will never be forgiven. The enemy was their mistake in playing. Yeah, okay. So wait, Philip K. Dick, was he a cop? I don't
No, not that I know of.
I didn't think so either. So why would he do an homage? I thought he was a freaking stoner hippie. Why would he do an homage to undercover cops?
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was showing the absurdity of all the people who die because they get into this.
Could be.
And how deep they go. This isn't anything that people walk away from on either side.
I'm going to have to figure this out now. Now this is a research project. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, they get...
I was hoping I could just watch a movie. What the hell, Reuben?
Stop making me think in these dumb
movies.
Stop
making me think about shit, man. Damn it.
That's hilarious. What should we do next, dude?
Dude, I don't know, man. I was just bringing up Netflix now to think about that. Well, first of all, before we get into that, is this a fuck yeah, or is this a fuck this movie?
Oh, no, it's a fuck yeah for me. I dug this movie. It's crazy. It gives you a lot to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. I think I kind of went back and forth with this because I didn't know, like... I didn't know if it was... It's just really fucking weird.
The thing is...
It's really, really fucking weird.
Well, I think it's about 20 minutes too long. It's an hour and long. 40 minutes or so, but
yeah,
it's one of those where they let the scenes play out.
Well, it feels long.
It does, but it's like I said, it's like an hour 40. Hour 45 or something like that. Is that what it is? Something like that.
Which really isn't that long of a movie, but it really, really feels long. And I think that's because there's times where...
You know what? It feels
like you
long.
Said, the scenes just play out and play out and play out.
It feels long in the same way that Clerks feels long when you watch Clerks.
This felt way longer than Clerks to me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. This really had a feel, especially the second half of it. This really had a feel of like, oh God, can this please just be over? I don't even know. And then of course, when you get to the last scene, you kind of feel like, okay, at least there's some resolution here. I know where this went. But,
right.
But I would say this is a fuck yeah, this movie, only because if for nothing else, the animation is great. I mean, just the sheer uniqueness of this thing, where you just have this entirely unique, strange sort of animation, along with the fact that it is very Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It is very Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas meets Rush, right?
Yeah.
We've been talking about it the whole time. It has that weird kind of like... It's a really cool story, and it's kind of twisty and weird, and you kind of want to watch it, and you kind of want to know where it goes. So I would say, yeah, fuck yeah, this movie.
Right on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But, all right, so we have to find something for next time around, right? So I'm looking, and I'm thumbing through my Netflix queue, and boy, it's weird how you put your Netflix queue together, and you think, oh yeah, I'll watch this, and then when you go back through it, you realize...
I'm not ever going to watch that.
I don't want to watch this. I don't really want to see this. I don't really want to watch this. I don't really want to watch this. What the hell? This is like, there's nothing here. But I was looking at, and let's see. So let's watch, I think this is in English, right? I want to make sure. Well, I want to make sure before I say we should watch this. Because it looks like it's pretty interesting. It's been my queue since it showed up, but it's and I'm not going to say it until I know that it's in English.
Let me see it.
Hold on, I'm bringing it up on IMDb to make sure that it's in English. I hate that. Have you done that before, where you look at a movie and like in Netflix and you're like, oh dude, I want to see this. Yeah, this looks great. Yeah, and then you start it and you're like, oh shit, this is in French and like I gotta read subtitles.
Sometimes they'll have audio if you switch the audio track.
The audio track. All right, so we're just gonna do this because before I even got to the language on IMDb, I saw this was a 6.8, and it's on my list. We're gonna do I Am Mother.
Okay. All right.
So teenage girl is raised underground by a kindly robot mother.
Oh, that's on my list.
It's on mine too. Designed to repopulate the Earth following the extinction of mankind, but their unique bond is threatened when an inexplicable stranger arrives with alarming news. So whether this is English or not, we're watching this.
Yep, there it is right there.
I think it's English. It's Rose Byrne, Luke Hawker. It's English.
Okay.
We're gonna watch it. Yeah. So this should be interesting. I Am Mother 2019.
Oh, Hilary Swank too.
Oh, Hilary Swank. It's definitely English then.
Yeah.
There you go. Good.
Excellent. All right. Well, cool. So, fuck yeah. Watch this movie. Even.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said you were fuck yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, hop on to Prime since Netflix fucked us on this one.
Assholes. Fuck you, Netflix. But now we're back with Netflix, with the Netflix original.
Right. We love you, Netflix. Can we have a sponsorship, please?
I can't. I just can't quit you.
All right, for Netflix and chill, Amazon and chill this week. I'm Reuben.
I'm Tom.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Leave Brittany alone.
It's Brittany, bitch.
It's Brittany, bitch.